Okay, that got cut off. I wonder if I can like use that back in later. Anyway, as I was stating, if I'm gonna get in a good space mentally to do it, then I'm gonna do it. You know, even if I get signs, because the thing is, a part of trusting your intuition and being like, you know, this spiritual warrior, you can't be afraid. You have to kind of look fear in the eye, and you have to look like, you know, when they say look the devil in the eye, like whatever, you have to do that. You have to go forward, and you have to, you know, keep walking through this little valley of death, because if you're plunged into the valley of death, then what are you gonna do? You're gonna cry? You're gonna sit there and cry? We can't do that. This is to strengthen us. Crumbling, what are you clinging on to? What is it? So I was stating in the beginning, before I even read this, I was stating in the beginning that there was something that you brought along with you, that was brought along into your experience that, you know, let's just say you were supposed to release something in order to ascend. You were supposed to surrender something. You were supposed to surrender to the divine. You were supposed to sacrifice something, but you didn't sacrifice it. You kind of just like, you know, this other way popped up because you were like, oh, but I really don't want to. I don't want to do this. And I know I need to. You've probably been getting nudges to do something. I know I need to, but I don't want to. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun, or it's not going to be, you know, it'll be easier if I kind of just like let God, you know, like go and let God, and guess what? God's about to show out. So I feel like there was something, as I said, that was not released, and you've carried this with you into, you know, the new month and a new chapter. This is dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Yeah, so I mean, this is like I stated, this is a happier card. I mean, the reading for the most part, you got the Ace of Cups. There's still something cool about to come in, and this is often where the deceit kicks in. It seems like a cycle, a vicious cycle that was supposed to end, but as I stated, you see this conflict. It's in reverse. You refuse to do anything with it. You kind of just stayed stagnant, stayed in your comfort zone. Page of Swords, this is, you know, the page. This is not somebody who has really spoken up for themselves, or someone who doesn't really have much experience standing their ground. But yeah, as I stated, something was brought in with you that wasn't necessarily, it was supposed to be surrendered or sacrifice. And, you know, at this point, you know, God is just doing what God does. So be aware of any opportunities that come to you at this point. I mean, it's not, like I said, I don't view anything as good or bad, but it just is what it is, and we're just going to call it like it is. Building blocks. We got building blocks. This is number 28. And we got flexible. So yeah, I do feel like, so we got the crumbling before building blocks and be flexible. Yeah, I do feel like whatever it is that we're building, you know, in this month, with the crumbling and everything, it may not, because of, you know, the adjacent possibilities and deceit and all that, and, you know, being blinded, walking into this is supposed to be put to an end. So anyway, it may not present itself the way it is, but it's going to be, for the most part, you have to be flexible and dance with life. If you make the most out of this situation, I do see everything aligning eventually. You know, you'll go back to your path. But for the month of June, this is just what I'm seeing that needs to be brought to light or brought to someone's attention. This is what's coming in. So there's not much fast movement like the first pile. This is kind of just like, you know, we're just gonna flow like water. We're just gonna, you know, see what comes to us. And it's still the building stage, so it's like earth, more like earth, you know, tending to a garden. And if you you overwater your plant, you have to start over. If you don't fertilize your plant, you know, you got to do this. It's like, this is a learning pile. You know, you're still in the learning stages because there's something that's not clicking yet. So you're still learning something. There's some situation that you're still in that has not been resolved. But yeah, that's all I have.